Hello, everyone. This is Jana Parr, and I am so thrilled to be with you today and to be with you this evening for creating your 2017 Life Hacks of a Decamillionaire. I am so thrilled that you are with us this evening. We're going to be starting in just about a minute because I know we have many people from many different countries that are going to be joining with us, not only on this Zoom, but also on Facebook Live. Where that is going to be pushed out any minute. So once you get onto the Facebook Live, if you're going to be on Facebook Live, go to facebook.com/Sarnicola, and you're going to have an opportunity to get on there through Facebook. And my encouragement is to tag some people that you know who would love to learn from a decamillionaire. You know, who do you know who's hungry? Who do you know would like to take their life to the next level? Who do you know that would like to, create value? Who do you know that would like to lead a life of growth and contribution? You know, it's not often that you have an opportunity to learn from someone who has created tens of millions of dollars in revenue at such a young age. And doesn't it make sense that we would have an opportunity to learn from that, to grow from that, and to get this information for free is absolutely incredible. So for those of you that are with me on Zoom, I want to welcome you. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Feel free to go in the chat box, and this will be very interactive. For those of you that are on Facebook Live, feel free to add your comments. Feel free to interact with Mr. Sarnicola when he gets on the line, because this will be a very exciting conversation, because he will be looking at that to be able to help you get to the next level. For those of you that are joining us, thank you for joining us. And thank you for taking time out of your busy life, this busy holiday season, to say, you know what, I want to create my best 2017. I want to learn from the best. I want to learn from someone who has actually done this, someone who's actually created a life of fulfillment, and not just money, in all areas of your life. Now, just so you know, this is live on Facebook as we speak. So make sure that you go to Facebook and go to nicksarnicola.com on Facebook. You can also go to facebook.com/Sarnicola. So thank you for joining us. And be sure to tag people or share this with people, share it to your wall of people that you think that this would be incredible for. Who do you know that's hungry? Who do you know that wants to take their life to the next level in every area of their life? My name is Jana Parr. I have been an entrepreneur since 1998. I started building a business when I was a broke single mom. And I have to tell you that, it's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the, hold on one second. Someone's telling me you can't, hold on one moment, guys. Someone's telling me they can't hear me, but I'm hoping you can. All right, we're going to keep going because I am, hopefully you guys can hear me okay.
John, I can hear you fine.
Okay, thank you very much. And I want to tell you that, learning from someone who has gone the path before you is something that is incredibly valuable. And just to go backtrack a little bit, not only have I created successful businesses, I've earned millions of dollars, but back in 2011, I happened to come across an article with this gentleman and his partners. They created one of the most successful corporate turnarounds in industry history. And I thought to myself, who are these people? Who is this man? I want to learn from this man, because this is what I know. In order to have the success that someone else has, you have to model what they do. You have to model their strategy, their practices, their processes. And that's what I started to do. But better than that, I actually was blessed enough to go into business with this gentleman. My husband and I have profited over $1 million since then, because he is someone who has created so much success. He leads high achievers, elite entrepreneurs. He is a self-made entrepreneur. You're going to have an opportunity to hear his story, but with a tenacious drive, with an extreme work ethic. But he's generous. He is not only sold and bought back his company, which is a 9-figure company, generating over $2 billion in sales, leading a 100,000+ person sales force in multiple countries, and helping over 50 people become millionaires. He's earned tens of millions of dollars. So doesn't it make sense? Man, I can learn something from this, and that's why you're here tonight. So if I were you, I would get out a piece of paper and a pen. I would take copious notes to learn from someone who has gone the path. This isn't theory. This is someone who has actually done it successfully, and this is his proven system that he has implemented in his life so that you can take your life to the next level. Nick, I don't know, can I turn it over to you?
I'm good, guys. So first of all, thank you guys so much for giving us your time today. I can't wait to help you and support you. But I also believe in extreme authenticity. So I'll let you know that I'm still about 4 minutes from my computer, and I'm about to go board an elevator because we had a meeting tonight with the guy who runs my foundation, our executive director, and the roads were significantly than expected. So therefore, it took me much longer to get home. But I want to go ahead and get started. Go ahead to the next slide, Jana. We're not going to slow down. I just want you to know that I'm in the elevator, so I might have some bad service for a minute. Guys, let me tell you my quick backstory. My name is Nick Sarnicola. I'm originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have a very blue-collar, middle-class upbringing. All 4 of my grandparents, they worked at the same factory. It had a trickle-down effect. My dad worked there. My uncles worked there. My cousins worked there. My brothers worked there. So I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I just knew I didn't want to be working in that factory. So I just looked at my options as a young kid that knew that he wanted to be, rich one day, so to speak. How many of you guys out there knew as a young person you want to be financially successful one day or rich one day? Well, I was one of those kids, except I didn't know how. I couldn't sing, dance, play an instrument, can't act, can't rhyme. I wasn't going to do anything illegal, so that left sports. I was really good at sports. I made the decision that I was going to go ahead and pursue athletics. I played college baseball, and thankfully, while I was playing college baseball, I was introduced to the #1 way that financial success is created for the average or every human being out there as it comes to being financially quote unquote rich that doesn't have a super gift or power. And it's just called entrepreneurship. So I pursued entrepreneurship. I wasn't very gifted at it early on, but as time wore on, I became very good at it. And as an entrepreneur, my life changed drastically. By the time I was 25, I'd made my first million. By the time I was 35, I had earned tens of millions of dollars in entrepreneurship. And there's many practices that I've developed and philosophies over time, and we're going to talk about a little bit of one of those today. But as time wore on, and what really led us to tonight is I got really dialed into my purpose. And I just want to talk to you guys for just a second. If we can go to the next slide. When I saw this picture about a year ago, and you guys have all probably seen it floating around the internet, and my executive planner actually printed it for me. She framed it, and now it's on my wall. And I can tell you guys that over the last year, I've been very dialed in to what my purpose is. And that's what really got us together on the phone tonight, is to be able to, deliver what I feel just more of my purpose is. If we can go to the next slide, I can share with you guys, what I feel my purpose is. It's to educate, develop, contribute to, and entertain millions of people through the forms of entrepreneurship, and mentorship, and speaking, training, etc. And, guys, this is what tonight is about, is to be able to bring that to you guys yet again. I'm going to switch to computer. 1 second, guys. Hi. Jana,
I can't hear you very well.
Jana, am I coming through okay?
Now you are.
Okay. So, guys, this is why we're here tonight. It's just another added piece of being able to tap into what I feel, my purpose is, and share that with you guys. Let me log off the phone when we do that. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen and take away your screen, Jana, and hopefully this works here. 1 second, guys. You on my screen there, Jana? Yes? Can you see my screen?
No.
You can't see my screen. All right.
Now I can.
Okay. I was like, well, I got a problem because I can't see your screen. Okay, so today is really a reflection of answering this question. I've been asked tens of thousands of times, how's a middle-class kid from blue-collar Michigan do $2 billion in sales and earn over $50 million, which is actually $64 million by the age of 35? And I'm gonna tell you guys, I aim to answer pieces of that. And here's one of my beliefs. My belief is mindset plus skill set times leadership equals your dream life. How many of you guys have a dream life out there that you're after, that you want to see, that you want to feel, that you want to have? Well, I want to help you guys get there just through some teachings. I believe that success is about leading yourself. I believe it's about leading others. And tonight, what I'm going to ask you to do, what I'm going to focus you in on. There's my wife back there. Say hi, Ashley. There you go. She's doing a little drive-by on me. I believe that in a scenario like this, you have to capture $1 million moments. I don't think you're gonna get it all. I don't think you're gonna capture it all. I don't think you're gonna remember it all. And I'm not even asking you to remember everything I say tonight. I don't even think it's feasible. What I am asking you to do is I'm asking you to capture $1 million moments. That's what I'm asking you guys to do. And I want you to leave with one. Forget about everything else you hear, the 1,000 things, the 10,000 things, the 5,000 things. I want you to get one thing. What's the one thing you're going to get tonight? I want you to challenge yourself to capture $1 million moment. Okay, let's dive in. I got 6 primary philosophies and practices. We're going to dive into just a little bit of number one. Number one could easily take me a day and a half to teach you guys or to educate you on. Just number one. And we're just going to hit just a little piece of number one. So here's my Art of Desire formula. Goals plus your habits, which is what you do every day. Your values, which is who you are. Your visualization times your emotion equals your life. We're going to talk about just goals as it stands today. Now, there is a major difference. A major difference? A major difference. A major difference between goal-oriented and goal mastery. There's a major difference between goal-oriented and goal mastery. My belief is a lot of you guys are goal-oriented. A lot of you guys have goals. And you should, and that's great, and that's exciting, and I'm proud of you for that. But there's a difference between goal mastery and goal-oriented. And you're going to see what some of those differences are today or tonight. And we're going to see if, which side of that you're really a part of. Have you been a part of goal mastery, or have you been a part of, goal-oriented? Now, let's look at sports for a moment. That guy on the left makes about 35 mil a year just to throw that ball through that goal. The guy in the middle makes like 60 million a year to kick that ball through the goal. The guy on the right makes about 5 million a year to hit that puck into the goal. What do they have all in common? They get paid to score goals. They get paid to hit goals. They get paid to shoot at goals. And if you remove the goals, if you were to remove the goals that they're shooting at, would you, as a customer, as a person that loves sports, would you spend any money to watch these guys show up and not shoot at goals? Would you spend any money to show those guys to watch these guys show up and to not shoot at goals? Yes or no? Yes or no? Would you or wouldn't you? Of course you would not. Nobody would. Nobody would. It doesn't make any sense. But if you remove the goals, what would you have? You would have a bunch of people running around. What would they be accomplishing with no goals to shoot at? Answer, nothing. They'd be accomplishing nothing. So here's a question. What's a life with no goals to shoot at? What's the point? It's just a bunch of people running around accomplishing nothing. Now, what's the value of a professional to shoot at goals? What's the value for a professional to shoot at goals? It's a good question. In the NBA, it's worth $5 billion. The Premier League is worth $4 billion. The NHL is worth $4 billion. And what is it worth to cross a goal line in the NFL? $12 billion. The professionals earn their leagues $25 billion in 4 sports. $25 billion in 4 sports to throw a ball through a goal or to run across a goal line. That's the value of shooting at goals. What's the difference between a dream and a goal? A goal is nothing but a dream with a deadline. You should have dreams. You should be a big dreamer. You should want to have things you want to accomplish in your life one day, someday, maybe, possibly a decade, 2 decades. I'm going to make it. I got this big dream. But you know what? Until it has a deadline, it's not a goal. Once you got a deadline, you got yourself a goal. Once you got a deadline, you got yourself a goal. So a goal is nothing but a dream with a deadline, and it's scientific. It is scientific. Let's talk about how to create real goals. Not goal-oriented, goal mastery. Guys, goals are scientific. The art of setting goals is a scientific thing. It's not this floaty, airy-fairy thing. Goals must be quantifiable. This is not my opinion. This is the opinion of scientists. Goals must have a deadline. I hear people say sometimes, you really shouldn't limit yourself. You shouldn't put a deadline on goals. You shouldn't put a goal about how much money you want to make, because what if you limit yourself? That is so much BS. I can't even fit it in this condo, and this is a big place. You know why people say that? Because they lack accountability, because they're afraid that they might not achieve it. So they don't want to actually set a deadline, quantify it. So they say things like, I'd like to get in shape. Oh, no kidding? Well, guess what? Round is a shape. So did you accomplish your goal? Did you not accomplish your goal? Because round's a shape. Well, you know, I'd like to make more money. Hey, did you see that? That's a nickel. It's laying on the ground. Here you go. You made more money. Goal achieved. See, if you're going to have massive achievement, in my opinion, in this lifetime, it needs to be quantifiable. It needs to have a deadline. I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 90 days. Quantification, 20 pounds. Deadline, 90 days. I'm going to make $300,000 this year. Quantification, $300,000. Deadline this year. See, guys, goals, they must have a deadline. They must be quantifiable. They must be, listen to this, challenging. They must be achievable. So that's an interesting thing. They must be challenging and achievable. There's a real science to this. If you say, I got a goal next year of making $1 million, and last year you made 50,000, and you're like, unachievable. You won't even attempt to do it. But if you say, I got a goal next year of making 50,000 again, you made 50,000 this year, then what are you going to change in your behavior? Nothing. It's got to be quantifiable. It's got to have a deadline. It's got to be challenging, yet it must be achievable. That's goals. If you're just joining us, thank you so much. I'd love to have you guys on with us. Thank you. Thank you. If you're on Facebook Live, welcome aboard. Throw some hearts up there if you're having a good time. If you're on Zoom, please go to facebook.com/Sarnicola, or put that on your page, by the way. Share it on your Facebook wall. I would love to have as much attendance as we can. This is free content. It doesn't get any, you don't get any higher level information than this for free. It's a huge opportunity for all you guys that I've chosen to do because of the demand for people that are out there wanting to have an amazing 2017. Now, let's talk about an annual goal storm. This is exactly what I do. This is not somebody else's stuff. This is not somebody else's story. See, guys, let me tell you something. I have a problem with, I'm a coach, I'm a trainer, I'm a speaker. That's awesome. You know what I am? I'm a doer. I'm a doer. I get results. I make money in business. I have success in life. And then I talk about it afterwards. I don't go read a book and then do a seminar or a video or an outline or a webinar on someone else's stuff. I don't do it. In fact, I take offense to the people that do it. If you're getting rich talking about something that you've not done yourself, I got a problem with that. Now, I share that with you because I want you to understand that this is authentic. I think you can hear it in my voice. This is, you know, when someone's talking about someone else's stuff, this is authentic. So here's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to do a goal storm. You're going to do a goal storm. Sorry. There we go. And in your goal storm, you're going to put together about 50 to 100 goals, and you're going to do it in a journal. I have one journal per each year. This is 2016's journal. This is 2017's journal. Next year, the final 3 days. In this journal, the very first page, and this is what you'll find over the last 17 years or so, is a recap of 2015. This page right here and the page in the back. And then you'll see a recap of my top 10 goals of 2015, and then the goals completed from 2015 for my top 100. From there, you will see my top 100 goals from 2016. Now, how it works is I do a goal storm, and a goal storm is like a brainstorm. What's a brainstorm? Does a brainstorm have rules? No, a brainstorm has no rules. Does a brainstorm have, hang on one second. Facebook Live, it's not working. We can't hear you. There's a technical malfunction. Okay. John Apar, if you can help me by reaching out to Noreen, if there's some sort of reason why the audio is not working on Facebook Live, let me test it. Actually, it's working fine. Okay.
I'm on Facebook Live. I hear it.
Okay. So, okay, got it. So that's why you don't read the comments while you do this, because some people feel some stuff is not working and it is working. It throws you off. So as I was sharing with you guys, a goal storm has no rules, just like a brainstorm has no rules. The only rule is you have to feel that you can do it next year. You have to feel that you can do it next year. And you start writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing. Write it down, 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 write it down. Now you can remove it when you're done. So don't think that there's, some sort of law that states, well, I wrote it down, so therefore it must happen. And these goals will be bundled into, could be your travel, events, experiences, family, growth, spiritual, physical, gifts, purchases, income goals, business goals, whatever. And this should be things that are not easy, but they don't have to be hard. They're not easy, but they don't have to be hard. They're not easy, but they don't have to be hard. Let me explain. Buying a new pair of running shoes in 2017, that shouldn't be on your top 100. It just shouldn't be. But buying a new pair of running shoes is going to cost about $110 or $100, we'll call it. Now, inside, this is my 2016. I want to see Red Hot Chili Peppers in concert. Cost $50. It costs half that of a pair of running shoes. But it's a life experience. The opportunity to be there, see it, feel it, the emotional connection, the highs, the lows, that's got to go on the goal list, right? So when I look at my goal list, I started with about 80 and I ended after the year was done with about 130 of things that were not easy, but they don't have to be hard. So what I want you guys to do right now is you've got buckets here: purchases, travel, events, experiences, family, growth, spiritual, physical, gifts, income, business. Start writing. Start writing right now. What's one place you want to travel to next year? What's one thing you want to purchase next year? What's one event you want to attend next year for personal growth, personal development? What's one life experience that you want to have? What's one thing that you want to do with your spirituality? What's one thing you want to do with your physical body? Just write it down. Go, go, go. So even for me, for music last year, I wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 concerts or musicians I wanted to see. I got to 5 of them. I said I want to take my wife to 3 musicals. Check, check, check. Those are all done. I did the last one just a couple days ago. I said I wanted to take Ashley to an island in the Caribbean. Did it. Check that one off. I want to get to below 11% body fat. Check it off. So I'm giving you guys examples. I want to attend 3 personal growth events. Check, check, check. Nailed it. Let's talk about some of the stuff I didn't do, because I'm not going to get them all. You're not going to get them all. That's just how it is. That's just life. Some of the things I did not do. I wanted to buy 3 art pieces. I only got 2. I'm a failure, right? 67%. Wrong. 67% of your goal is a D+ in school. Do you guys know that I've never done more than 65% of my top 10 goals that I've ever listed, and I've earned over $60 million? And I'm only a D student in goal achievement. I'm only a D student in goal achievement. I wanted to meet Daniel Coyle. I didn't do that last year. I wanted to attend Art Basel. I didn't do that last year. So you can see there's different things all throughout here. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to fill the chat box, and I want you to fill the comments. Start typing. You now should have written some of these goals. What are they? What are some of the goals that you now are starting to write? I'm going to open the chat so I can read what you're writing. I'm going to see, I'll look at the Facebook live here. Tell me some of those goals. Travel to Italy. Fantastic. Move into a loft in Atlanta. Buy a house with Jen. Thank you. Go to Bali for Chad. Thank you. Have a baby. Hey, that might take, I hope you got the first part in place for the second part. Go to India. Take Lisa to Napa Valley. Visit London. Keep it full. Bora Bora. Go see Eric Clapton. Disneyland. Attend National Success Rate. Pay off credit card debt. Turks and Caicos. Take my wife to Paris. Go to New Orleans. Get a dividend check. Buy a house. Buy a house in the Keys. Move to Miami. Take the kids on a big trip. Earn $100,000. Weekly massages. Pay off debts. 3 personal growth events. Purchase 1 income property. Debt-free. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fire this. Fire. Fire. Intentions. 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 Goals. 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 Wait a second. What's the deadline? The deadline's 2017. Can you quantify what you guys are writing? Can you quantify? I'm going to volunteer. So I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to volunteer at a shelter. So if you volunteer one time, is it done? If you do one time and you volunteer, is it done? Well, no, I'm going to volunteer every month. Then write that. I'm going to volunteer 12 times. Be more accountable. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. Let me get a timeout. Let me get a pause. A lot of people confuse habits and goals. They confuse habits and goals. What's the habit? I'm going to be healthier next year. I'm going to be nicer. I'm going to be more loving. I'm going to be happier. I'm going to work out more. I'm going to eat right. Those are all habits. Those are not goals. Those are habits. So when the individual said, I'm going to be more accountable, do you need to be more accountable? Yes, 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 yes. Is that a quantifiable goal? Nope. You want to make that part of your daily habitual routine. Remember earlier I said it's your goals plus your habits, your goals plus your habits. So your habits, which I could spend hours on, your habits of eating right, working out, be more accountable, be more kind, spend more quality time with my family, that's all habits. But get this. Here's a little extra nuggets. If you will execute your daily habits, you will achieve all of your goals. If you will execute your daily habits, you will achieve all of your annual goals. Okay, if you're just joining us right now, thank you so much for joining us. If you're on Zoom, please go to facebook.com/Sarnicola and take that and share it back to your wall. If you're already on Facebook Live, what's up, y'all? How are you guys? Hope you got big goals, big dreams. You can still type your goals in there if you want. Hit share, throw it on your wall. Let's spread this energy. Let's spread this love. Let's keep going. Review your top 100 at least once a week. Once a week, review your top 100. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret here. I always do this with my wife. Always. She'll do her goal storm. I'll do my goal storm. We then bring them together. I grab 10, 15, 20 from her. She grabs 10, 15, 20 from me. Well, shouldn't you guys have the same goals? No. Well, why not? Well, because I don't have a goal to breastfeed for 10 months in 2016. It's not my goal. That's Ashley's goal. Just not my goal. You're not going to have all the same goals, but you definitely you have to support each other's goals. It's critical that I know that she has a goal to breastfeed for 10 months in 2016 and 17. That's critical for me to know that and support that and help her achieve that however I can. But it's not my goal. Let me tell you guys a story. It's a story about a guy. In fact, in this case, a story about a girl. A story about a girl that she was she had a significant other, have a spouse, and she's always running. She was always going, and she's always running. She was always going, always trying to make it happen, always trying to make it happen, always trying to go. And they were not on the same page. Her spouse didn't get it. Her spouse didn't understand why. She was always gunning, hard charging. He was the stay-at-home dad, and she was the hard charger. And one day she finally did it. She finally made it. She made her first $1 million. She walks in the house, pushes the door open, walks into the kitchen, throws that door open, sees her husband loading the dishwasher. She walks up to him, grabs her husband, spins him around, says, "Honey, tonight you make love to a millionaire." And he looks at her kind of funny and says, "Jana Power is coming over for dinner tonight?" Now, I know that you guys don't all know who Jana Power is, but she was the one who introduced me, and she is a millionaire, or she's a millionaire. So it's the only one I could use in this joke. But here's the deal. You don't want your spouse not knowing that you're a millionaire because you guys are in two separate worlds. You don't want each other not supporting each other. You don't want each other not behind each other. You don't want each other on two different sides of the planet mentally, so that they can't even relate or connect to you when you're at your greatest achievements. Get on the same page. Get on the same page. Okay. We've seen that a couple times now. Now, once you have your top 100, which you probably do not yet, I've given you guys time. I've given you guys time to write goals, write goals, write goals, write goals, write goals. You posted some. Did you have any new ones pop up? Go ahead. Drop a goal in there. Drop a goal in there. Drop a goal in there. In the comments. In the comments. Drop a goal on the chat box. In the comments. Ben. In the comments in the chat box. Can I grab a water from brother? There we go. Hit executive director. Thank you, brother. Build my business. Vala, that's too vague. Build my business is not quantifiable. Get out of debt. Good. Go to the Rise Festival in Nevada. Move to Atlanta. These are great. Get a new house. All right, good. Now that we have these established, on your list right now is a certain number of goals. How many goals you got so far? Drop it in the chat box. How many goals you got so far? Drop it in the chat box. Attend 2 concerts, good. Fire away. 11, 50, 42, 14, 15, 34, 62, nice job. 20, 34, 10, 6. Keep it firing. 18. Okay, 30. Now, we just started. You know, you guys have only been at this for a little bit of time. I'm getting fired up in here. Anybody else getting fired? I'm throwing out some heat. Woo! All right. 74, 50. Nice job. Okay. All of you guys, even if you've only got 10 so far, those of you guys with 10, you need to get yourself to 50. Guys, hang on 1 second. My front desk at my condo has called me 4 times in a row. I'm going to have you go down. I don't know why. My dad just called too. So, now, whether you have 10 or you have 100 right now, you haven't been at this too long, right? We've only been doing this for 20 minutes, 25 minutes so far. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to go spend the time between now and January 1st to go get that goal number to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yes, you can do it. 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 Well, I don't want anything next year. Okay, fine. I don't know. That doesn't hurt me any. If you don't want anything, you don't want anything. How many of you guys want some stuff next year? I mean, well, I don't want to get better. Okay, well, don't get better. I don't want to read books. Then don't read books. Guys, hey, why do I care? I'm just giving you guys a platform of what I personally do. It's what I personally do. So whether you have 10 or 100 right now, what I know for sure is the next step is to narrow your top 60, 70, 80, 90 to 100 down to 10. Now, could you do 8? Yes. Could you do 18? Maybe. If you got a top 200 goals, then you got 18. But I typically do a top 11. Why? 11 is my favorite number. That's it. And there's my top 11, 2016, right there. I do a top 11. Right now, in the chat box, in the comments, light that thing up. I want to know what you know for sure will be a top 10 goal for you, or top 5 or top 15. What is one for sure? You know for sure it's going to be in the tops. Which one? Light it up. Light up that chat box. Lose 40 pounds. Great job. Give me one goal for sure that's going to be in your 1 million personal income. Buy a house. Start a new business. Guys, I'm loving this. Buy our condo. Retire my husband. Lose 60 pounds. Pay off my car. Help 100 people make $1,000 a month. Pay off my student loans. Add 25 pounds of muscle. I'm beasting. Forrest's going to beast on somebody. Double my current income. Okay, keep it flowing. Alaska cruise with my family. Quit my job. Save 10 grand. I love it. Keep it going. Drop 5% body fat. Say hello to Nick. Oh, you're just saying hello, Nick. Just kidding. Blaine, how are you, brother? Remove toxic people. Now, Michelle, I'm going to guess because this is social media, you didn't want to list names. But in order for that to be a quantifiable goal, you're going to have to list the names of who those people are. Change careers, get equity, 4 million in sales. Love it. Go to Napa. I love it, guys. Great job. Thank you for participating. Thank you for lighting up the chat. We got at least the number one. Now, what I need you guys to do, once you have those top 10 in place, each one has got to have a strategy, a page. So right now, here's what I want you guys to do. Write that goal that you just put in the chat box. Write it down, and then write this question. Listen to these words. Write this question word for word. What would I have to do to have, or to achieve, or to go? You got to pick the right verb depending on your goal. For example, what would I have to do? I'm going to use your guys' goals. What would I have to do to change jobs in 2017? And then start writing. What are the steps? Well, I got to make a decision. Okay, and then what? Well, then I just got to do it. Okay, but how? Oh, well, I got to get my resume up. Great. Are you going to, I got to hire someone to make my resume. Great. I got to hand my resume to Monster. Fantastic. You know, I'm going to do 4 million in sales. Robert Naples, 4 million in sales. Fantastic, Robert. Tell me more. How are you going to do that? Well, I got to make 100 sales calls a month. I got to do 52 listings. I've got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. I want strategies. Underneath this, underneath that first bullet point, you guys see the letters GSA. Say it out loud so I can hear you. GSA. One more time. GSA. Yeah, none of you guys aren't coming through. I need it much louder, much, like your kids. I want you to scare your kids. I want your cat to look at you funny. And I definitely want your spouse to be like, I'm sorry, are you a weirdo? 1, 2, on the count of 3, I want you to say GSA loud so I can hear you. 1, 2, 3, go. GSA. Well, guess what? I didn't hear you. And the reason why I didn't hear you is because I can't hear you. I can't hear anything you guys are saying. But I bet you looked really funny right now in front of your entire family, and I'm having a good time. So what GSA stands for is goal, strategy, action, goal, strategy, action, goal, strategy, action, goal, strategy, action, goal, strategy, action. I run my life by goal, strategy, action, goal, strategy, action, goal, strategy, action. What do we want? How are we going to do it? Let's go do it. What do we want? How do we do it? Let's go do it. What do we want? How do we do it? Let's go do it. What do we want? How do we do it? Let's go do it. Goal, strategy, action, GSA, GSA, GSA. Anytime you're whining, you're complaining, you're in drama land, I do this too. Everybody does this. Every single time you're off track, just say yourself this, GSA. What do I want? Okay, what do I want? I don't want to be complaining. I don't want to be whining. What do I want? How am I going to go do it? Let's go do it. See, some people will write the goal but they don't take the time to go spell out the strategy. So right now, light up the thread. Right up the thread. Let me go here for a second. Okay. What's the number one strategy? The number one strategy for your number one goal. Light up the thread. The number one strategy for the number one goal. Light up the thread. You listed a goal. What's the number one strategy for the number one goal? Light it up. What's the number one strategy for the number one goal? Light it up. Save money. Okay, Christopher, I want something more specific. Strategic partnerships, that's fine, Chad. I want something more specific. I must create 7 strategic partnerships. Christopher, I must save 15% of my income. Get up an hour earlier. That's a good one, Eli. Find the product to sell. Okay, good. Now, Renee, that's the first part. Then what? I go to attend product overviews. I go to attend product forums, et cetera, et cetera. Eat right. I want to get more specific on that one, Lee. Buy plane tickets. Fantastic. That's a good step. Maybe even before buying the plane tickets is to plan the trip. Choose the city, plan the trip, yada, yada. Good job, Christopher. $500 a month. Great work. Book the tickets. Nice job, Trace. Live in a different environment. Quite absolutely could be so. Eat it planned 5 to 6 times a day. Good. See how this is flowing? See how this is flowing? It is flowing. Now, what you should notice is that as you're writing strategies, micro goals appear. So it's like, you know what? My number one goal is to make $1 million. How am I going to do that? I need to sell 30 houses. How am I going to do that? I need 100 listings. Micro goal. Sell 30 houses. Have 100 listings. I must make, 10 sales calls a day. And you'll start to see these micro goals appear. Here's a look at my top 10 from 2016. It will not mean a lot to you, but obviously it means a lot to me. My top 11. Now, you might look at some of these and say, well, Nick, you can't quantify that. And that's because I'm bundling. So, for example, real estate clarity. Real estate clarity is not a goal. It's an outcome that I want, but it's not a goal. But if you look underneath real estate clarity, A, B, C, D, those are the tangible goals. Those are the tangible goals that I'm trying to achieve. Complete by capital raise, establish and grow GS2 gifts, launch my foundation, all of these are attainable. Healthy baby, healthy Ash, check, check. And you might say, well, happy Ash's happiest year of marriage. How is that quantifiable? Easily. She's got 5 to choose from. And I want this one to be the happiest one. Now, let me tell you guys something. Put these everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Put these everywhere. These goal cards have changed my life. I've been doing this for nearly 18 years, these goal cards. They're in my shower. They're in my bathroom. They're in my journal. They're saved as a picture on my phone. They're on my desktop. They're in my closet. They're in my car. They're in my office. Everywhere? Everywhere. Well, why would you do that? Well, why do you have newspapers everywhere? Why do you have magazines everywhere? Why do you have your news feed everywhere? Why do you have televisions everywhere? Why do you have radios everywhere? You better believe that the sole purpose of every company, media outlets, and government message is to speak to your subconscious to sell you something. What are you selling you? What are you selling you? Or do you just let other people sell you nonstop? Well, I can't be sold. Well, where are your goal cards? Well, I don't need them. Really? Okay. Well, let me go take a walk around your house. Let me see what you got out. Oh, there's Sports Illustrated. Congratulations. Oh, I see that your news feed is open on your cell phone 20 times a day. And not only are you getting marketed to as the largest advertising engine of all time on its way, digital advertising, your news feed. Not only are you exposed to every news channel times 1,000 through your news feed and every negative story, people think more people are dying right now than ever before. But no, look at all the celebrities that died. Hey, guess what? 10 years ago, that many celebrities died too. You know what? You didn't know about it because you didn't sit on your social media and spend all your damn time reading at your news feed when 1,000 people share the same stupid story over and over and over again. That's what's really happening. That's a different rant. Sorry if I got too excited there. What are you selling you? Everyone else is marketing to your subconscious. You bet your ass that I am the chief marketing officer to my subconscious mind. I don't let anybody else be the chief marketing officer to my subconscious mind. I'm the chief marketing officer. Be the chief marketing officer to your subconscious mind. Wait. Are you average? Are you average? Tell me the truth. Are you an average person? Now, you might be having average results right now. You might be having average luck. You might have an average income right now, but are you an average person? Are you an average thinker? Are you an average dreamer? Nope, you are not. You know how I know that? Because you're sitting here listening to this right now. You know what average people are doing right now? Dicking around on their news feed, watching TV, watching sports. That's what they're doing. You're different. You're driven. You're focused. You got big dreams. You got big goals. There's 2 days left in 2016. What are you going to do about it? It's 2 days left. You know what average people do? They're going to take the next 2 days off. Not you. Not you. You're going to go do something the next 2 days. What you going to do? Tell me a goal right now. Light up the chat box. Light up the chat box. Light up the comments. What's a goal that's still achievable in 2016 that you're going to do in the next 2 days? Light it up. Expand my sales team by 5. Sign up 6 customers. Help 2 people achieve something. Hustle. Organize my office. File my papers. Sign up 3 people. Sign up 2 people. Achieve a rank. Complete my goals. Jenny, I want something. Completing your goals for next year does not count. Talk to 9 people. Expand my team by 4. Talk to 9 people. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Don't be average. Don't walk away from the next 2 days. You got 2 days left. Don't walk away from the next 2 days. Don't be average. What is the one strategy? I know this says which of your 3. This is just now 1. Your one goal needs a strategy. What's the strategy? Write it down. Light it up. Talk to 20 people. Good. Tell me the strategy of how you're going to accomplish whatever the goal is that you want to achieve in the next 2 days. Help 3 people become customers. Give me the strategy. Put it in the box. Ready, go. We're coming into a close here, guys, in the next few minutes. Talk to 50 people, call 20 people, smile and dial, contact next 2 people, call 25 people, follow up with people. Good. Great job. So guys, this was just a snippet. This was just a glimpse into the life of myself and Ashley and the process that we run, on an annual basis. And once you hang up on this line here in a few minutes, you're faced with a couple choices. Do I go finish those 100? Do I go narrow it down to a top 10? Do I go make goal cards? Do I write strategies for those top 10? And then lastly, do you go do the A? GSA, 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 goal, strategy, action. Do I go do the action? Here's the thing. Success is goal, strategy, action. Don't quit. Change the strategy, take action. Don't quit. Change the strategy, take action. So if you didn't have goals, you got them now. If you didn't have strategies, you're writing them soon. Now you got to take action. And guess what? It's not going to go to plan. It's not going to work the way you want it to. It's not going to come out as victorious as you would like. Oh well. Oh well. You know what most people will do? They'll quit. Not you. When you've exhausted all strategies, remember this one thing. No, you haven't. That comes from a guy that took 10,000 tries to invent the light bulb filament. Our greatest glory is not in never failing. It's in rising up every time we fail. Guys, you're going to fail next year. You're going to fail on achieving a goal. Get up, do it again. Get up, do it again. Get up, change a strategy, take action again. Mike Tyson once said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. When you get punched in the mouth, what are you going to do? You're going to fall down and not get up, or you're going to get up and do it again. All I ask you guys to do is to live your life in 2017 like you've never lived it before. Go places you've never gone before. Do things you've never done before. See things you've never seen before. Be a person you've never been before. Take action like you've never taken it before. Live like you've never lived before. That's what I got to ask of you guys. I told you at the beginning of this that I'm just dialed in right now to my purpose. And my purpose is 100% teaching, educating, entertaining, mentoring people at the highest level, to give them high level information that I've used, not that I read in a book, not that I've heard someone else talk about, that I've used, that I've lived, and help you guys rise up yourself. That's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to make it to the next level. What's your next step with me, if any? I knew this would be a question. So at first I was like, do I do this? Do I not put this on there? And everyone wants to know what the next step is always. So here's next step. First thing I want to know is, did you get value? If you got value right now, what's the number one, what was the physically moving thing that when I said it tonight, you went, oh, that's $1 million moment. You're like, oh, I got 14 of them. No, you didn't. You got 14 takeaways. You got $1 million moment. A physical thing happened to you. You're like, whoa, that's it. That's $1 million moment. Do me a favor. Light up the comments. Light up the chat box. I want to know, what is your $1 million moment? Light up, share your $1 million moment. We're 6 minutes till close. We're right on schedule. Sorry, guys. Light up the thread there. GSA, good. Goals are dreams of the deadline. Fantastic. Execute your daily habits in order to crush your goals. GSA, GSA, GSA. Love the goal buckets. Nice. Goal cards. I like it. GSA, goal cards. Never give up. 1 page per goal. Use strictly for strategy. Nice. Goal storming. Good. Goal cards. Get up and run. Goal strategy action. Strategize your goals. Just don't have your goals. Have a top 100. You reduce to a top 10 with strategies. Narrow 10 with spouse. Good. Review once a week. Good. You are the chief marketing officer to your unconscious mind. Amen. What are you subconsciously selling yourself? Amen. Good. here's what I'd like you guys to do. When we're done, all I'd like you to do is, if you like this Facebook Live today, just share it on your wall and just say, I just learned $1 million moment from @Nick Sarnicola, so tag me, and it was blank. That's it. That's all I'd like to do. Share the information. Now, here's how you can stay in touch with me right here. If you go to nicksarnicola.com, this is what you'll see, this picture. And on this picture, you can go to anything on my social media and link up. So go to nicksarnicola.com and connect with me everywhere. So if you want to just stay in touch, continue to get good information, good feedback, good direction, etc., just go here and connect. Go here and connect. Give you a second to write down nicksarnicola.com. That's one thing we can do to stay in touch with communication. Now, because I am the CEO of Visalis, this was not a Visalis webinar. It was not the intention, but I do know there's people on here by way of some of our people. And, I'll just share with you, if you were on here by way of them, and you want to continue to get great content. I don't know if you know this, but if you just become a promoter with us, we have 400 trainings like the one I did tonight on an app, and we update it every week, $29 a month. Become a promoter and buy, $29 a month. There's 400 of these like tonight. Gigantic aha that you'll have throughout the year. Or if you want a business, you want to be a partner, hey, start a part-time business with us, get going. This is not a Visalis pitch, but if you were here through a Visalis contact, hey, go reconnect with them, get rolling. Now, I know you guys saw the slides here, it said millionaire immersion, you saw the right-hand corner millionaire immersion. This is for probably 2% of the people that are watching this tonight. I started about a 15-person mastermind every month or every other month in my own home. It's a high-ticket event. It's 4 days with me going through all 6 of the principles. You guys went through a piece. You went through just the goals of the art of desire. There was goals, habits, values. Goals, habits, values, visualization times emotion equals your life. You went through 1/5 at a rapid pace of one of the 6. We do helicopter rides, we do mansion tours, we do yachting, all kinds of stuff. If you see yourself wanting to be a part of something like that and you have the ability financially to participate, here would be my requirements. Go to themillionaireimmersion.com and go to the page there and fill out the interview. There's a survey right when you get there. You must earn at least 180 grand or so a year, 15 grand a month or so a year. Here's why. The content is extremely high end. It's what helped me make $60 million by age 35. And if you're just getting started right now, you should be listening to those 400 videos I just told you about. You don't need this weekend. You need this weekend when you're making $250,000 a year and you want to go to 500. You're making 500 and you want to make $1 million. If you're making 15 grand a month, that's the lowest qualifier to get in. You got to have a major hunger to go beyond where you're at. You got to go way beyond just, you got to say, you know what? I want to go from 200 to 400, 300 to 600. You got to be hungry for that. You got to say, okay, you know what? Income results are a driving force of the event, even though life results are going to be discussed. But I want to raise where I'm at as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as a salesperson. I want to surround myself with a network, a fraternity and sorority of other killer entrepreneurs and salespeople. I like big city ideas. I like yachts and helicopters and mansions and life experiences. If you don't like that stuff, you wouldn't want to attend this. And most importantly, you're looking for life hacks from somebody who's made $60 million by the age 35. They're going to teach them. That's what this weekend's about. I do it every month, every other month. The next one's in February. February 15th-ish weekend. No, 17th weekend. The weekend of February 17th. And guys, in closing, my hope is tonight you had an experience in 1 hour that was of extreme value for you and helping you to become a more focused person for your 2017. My hope is that you saw all of this for an hour and I became a catalyst for you to go do something bigger, to do something greater, to do something more. That's it. Guys, all I am is a catalyst. I'm a catalyst. I start fires. I start fires. And if I started a fire for you, man, go do something about it. Go take action on it. Go do something big. Go be someone great in 2017. Live. Live, live, live. Share this video. Tell everyone what your $1 million moment was. Connect with me on all of our social media. And I hope to see you in one way, shape, or form in the future. Have an amazing 2016. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. I did. I appreciate you guys. I love you. 1 hour and 1 minute. We are up. Take care, everyone.